Today, many people are afraid to simply advocate for moral behavior. They want to reframe everything in terms of cause and effect and harm and benefit. And they want to really reduce everything to a utilitarian kind of framework, but omit any basic core moral sentiment from the equation. And I think this is ultimately a great mistake. People may mean well when they do this, but if we remove fundamental morality, what we consider to be right and wrong on some basic level, from the equation of determining what the best behavior for human beings is, then we risk losing sight of why we should be encouraging or discouraging good or bad behavior in the first place. If we merely think about everything in the sense of what harm does this cause, what benefit does this cause, but we're hesitant to affix moral judgment to harm and benefit in the first place, then how can we justify advocating for benefit and against harm? Because who's to say that benefit is good and harm is bad if we have no core, fundamental, basic moral sentiment? If we don't admit that we have that, nearly everyone does have a moral foundation, whether or not they want to admit it. We all have things that we believe deep down to be good or bad, regardless of whether we can justify it in a strictly logical, strictly causative fashion. And people don't want to simply say, I believe this to be right, I believe this to be wrong, because then they're afraid of having to justify it. They're afraid of having to go down that rabbit hole of trying to logically justify it, and people trying to dissect what is good, what is bad, and why does your belief justify this or that. But if we don't simply take a stand at a certain point and admit that we have beliefs, we believe this to be good, we believe this to be bad, then simply saying this will cause harm or this will cause benefit has no basis.